Guys, you can tell by the title, I'm not even going to try and keep it a secret. Maybe I will. We're here to talk about one of the most polarizing arguments, one of the things that people just back and forth argue about, right up there with sculpted clip versus fucking bent clip. And that is, I'm going to find a way to put this title so that you guys know we're just going to walk into it. Tip up versus tip down carry. So hang on a second. That's what we're going to talk about. Turn your volume down because here comes the music. This is one of those ones where people argue back and forth, which is better. And I have my opinion. Salt on it. I was using salt to cool down some beer in ice water. So, you guys know I have my opinion on it because you guys know that I don't have any knives. I actually had to borrow my daughter's knife, her Makusta, to do this video because I don't own a single tip down carry. So the thing is, a lot of people like a tip up carry for one particular reason. See where that pocket clip is? See where your hand sits? That's that's what you're gonna feel the whole time. A tip down carry puts it down here, further down in your hand, where there's a little more meat. That is the main reason. It feels weird and it's uncomfortable. But let me give you, from my perspective, a couple of small things that are pluses and minuses for both. So, like I said, there are some companies that, like Makusta, all of their knives tip up carry. Now, that pocket clip's not horrible, but I can definitely feel it in a much more sensitive area of my hand, which is right here. The pocket clip's got to be good. The pocket clip has got to be just about perfect. If it was a matter of tip up carry versus pocket slip, no clip at all carry, I would definitely take the no clip option because it does feel different. Now, I have owned knives that were tip up, or yeah, tip down carry. And like I said, the problem has always been with them that the pocket clip sits way up into the part of your hand that you're going to use to do all that work. That's where you're going to be holding. That's where that hot spot's really going to bother you is the stronger fingers of the hand. And it feels weird. It really does, especially if you are really used to tip up carry. So the one thing that I will say about a tip down carry is, and hear me out on this, it's a little bit safer. I have some knives. This one is not, it's a Warncliffe. I have some knives where you can stick your finger right into the tip of the blade because that blade is sticking up. That's a downside for tip up. Now, here's where I'm gonna say one of the things that this isn't gonna be a very long video. This is just something that I had pop into my head and I was like, I can do that real quick. The way you have to manipulate the knife, let's see here, can I get this down far enough so you can see what I'm talking about? So when I pull this knife out of my pocket, it's coming up like this. I have to rotate it to then reach and grab it. If I come out of my pocket, tip up, it's already there. I don't have to rotate the knife into that position to deploy it. Way to go, scratch up your daughter's knife. This one you have to pull it up, and then you've got to manipulate that grip, and it always feels weird. And like I said, it's a hot spot. It really is. But that's one of the things I would say would make it a little bit safer. The other thing too is a tip up. A lot of times you got to account for your pocket clip's got to be attached in a way that it doesn't interfere with your pivot. Spyderco actually had a really good way of doing it. Spyderco has tip up, tip down, left and right on a lot of their knives. And it's just 3 screws. But something like this, where Makusta does a unique pocket clip that could have been included into the rear with hardware as part of the attaching mechanism, it makes it difficult to get to your hardware and take things apart. A lot of times, if you're carrying tip down, you have to take the pocket clip clear off to take the knife apart and work on it. There's a lot of times tip down knives or tip up knives have got nothing in the way. I could take this knife completely apart and not have to worry about where the hardware was located. But when you've got something around the screw for your pivot, you've got to either take the pocket clip completely off, like you would on a Spyderco, if your pocket clip's clear over your, if it's clear over your, I hear a child trying to do something. I'm making a video, hang on. Anyway, what I was saying was, if your pocket clip is over your pivot, which it would be even on a Spyderco, if you're taking your Spyderco over, you would have to take a pocket clip clear off. This one, your hardware, the screw is right in the middle of the pocket clip, and so it can pose problems. But the main thing is, it just feels weird to have that pocket clip there, and it could just be that I've carried so long. So my preference is tip up. Tip down, some companies only sell tip up. Makusta, most of their knives only tip up. So it's just a matter of preference. There isn't a real yes or no, right or wrong. And so just like sculpted pocket clips, that option, that carry option, is gonna be one of those ones that's debated between knife owners. And it's just one of those ones that I thought I would do a quick video about my take on it, because I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't really matter. As long as the pocket clip is comfortable, for me, it doesn't matter. It's not a showstopper. I could carry that Makusta if I wanted to. It's not a bad pocket clip. But for a lot of people, they're like, oh, I can't buy it. It's only tipped down. And I'm like, it's still a nice knife. And in the big scope of things, I could take the pocket clip off this if I was wanting to carry this, but I really don't think I need to carry a pink and purple knife. So, guys, tip up versus tip down, it's all a matter of personal preference. So guys, I know that we did the whole tip up versus tip down thing. I'm now at the end, and what I'm gonna do is, right now, I'm gonna throw in, there was a little bit of footage that I never used that was the final finishing on this. I showed you guys how I did this, and some of the final finishing stuff on the Judge Dredd ADV. So I thought I would add it in on this video, because this video really isn't all that long. And so apologize for the cut it, but there is a little bit of footage that I wanted to get out, so you guys can see the final work that went in on this, just the final touch. All right, guys, this is gonna be shaky. I forgot my gimbal. I had intended on bringing it, and then I forgot. I started working on this, so you guys can see I did the black ceramic. This is that ADV Judge Dredd knife, and so I did the black ceramic, and I am taking off areas that are going to be bronze, and there's still going to be a little bit of black, so it's going to be like a dirty bronze, like I would want it to be. So did the black ceramic. There's your red chevrons. I'm going to do the black here and bronze here, here, and here, and we're going to see how this turns out. So let me turn the camera on. The thing is, I am taking out all of that with this piece of abrasive coated rubber, or abrasive filled rubber, and it is all coming out hand rubbed. I'm hand rubbing all of this out to get this finish. So I will bring you guys back when I get closer to being finished. Sorry, I'm using my leg as a tripod. I'll bring it back when I get closer to being finished. It's a lot of work, so I'm working on other stuff at the same time. There's just stuff baking in the oven right now for ceramic. So I will bring you guys back when I get closer to being finished, and we'll look at what I'm working on right now. So guys, the thing with this Judge Dredd knife is I am at the point where there's not a lot of the cool stuff like grinding and things like that. Now we're at a point where I have a piece of, it's called Kratex, which is abrasive impregnated rubber. So when they make it, it's made with an abrasive in it, and I'm just using it to clean off the areas that I want to be bronze, to look like Judge Dredd's armor. if you watched the movies. So the look I'm going for is more of, not so much the comic books, more the 1990s Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd look. So we've got the red and black like his visor. We've got the bronze plates like his shoulder armor, and his badge. So I'm trying to get this dialed in, but it's not going to be what I want. Is I want there to be a little bit of like grittiness to it. Like you can see, I didn't get all of it off. I want it to look dirty and gritty and a little bit less than perfect. You know what I mean? So I am intentionally leaving some black in places, taking off a little bit extra in some places. And I'm going to try and go through and make it as even as possible. But almost dropped my little thing. But this is tedious and time consuming, and that's why I'm not planning on filming a whole lot of this, because the fact is, it is exactly that. Tedious, boring, and not so much fun to watch. So, and there's the squeak from the Kratex on the titanium. So I will bring you guys back when I'm getting ready to anodize this. I think these two little spots I'm going to leave black, because the reason being is that's where the lock bar, that's where you're going to put your fingers for the lock bar release, and I have a feeling that that area is going to not want to stay bronze. It's going to get worn off quick. So everything else that is lowered on these is getting Kratexed out and going to be done bronze, except for this little area here and here. I don't think that the bronze will hold up as well. So, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see. So when I get ready to anodize it, I'll bring you guys back. Guys, we are ready. We're at the final step. I am about to anodize this, and then this knife will be done. And we'll see how it looks after I complete the ano on it. But I have to put it in, let it etch for a little bit, then it's ready to go. And that's the thing. The prep for how you anodize is as important as the equipment and things like that. So, well, guys, I just went ahead and took the time and finished this. The Judge Dredd knife is getting ready to get put back together. So let's take a look at the scales real quick, and then we can go from there. I'm gonna get it put together, and then I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna get it sharpened, and we'll see what we will see. Then we'll see what has happened. As you can see, guys, I've got the bronze. Inside here is all the hardware that's already been bronzed. So I'm gonna get this put together, and we'll take a peek at it. I may have to do a little tweaking on some stuff just to make it look the way I want. So I wanna get it together and see how everything compares. This is gonna be a little bit different bronze than the hardware itself, but it's still about the same. It's just surface finish. So we'll see how everything comes out, but that looks good. I'm happy with how this is turning out. Guys, I hate to admit it, I didn't film any of the last steps. Ashton's here. But the Judge Dredd knife is done. So let me turn it around. Now, don't forget, it's got fingerprints and shit all over it. It hasn't been sharpened yet. It still needs some re-break in because we redid everything. But let me flip it around. I'll show you guys what we got. All right, guys. So, like I said, kind of wanted to keep it subtle. Like, if you got it, you're like, wow, that reminds me of something. And then when somebody would look at you and go, it's Judge Dredd, you go, oh yeah, I see that. All bronze hardware, bronze here, 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 red, bronze, black pocket clip.
Yeah. Like cut for ladies.
Everything is the way I wanted it. I didn't figure it would come out this good, but
Use your imagination.
it is definitely Judge Dredd-esque. So, that being said, I have another video I wanted to work on. I'm in the process of working on. I just had this pop into my head. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do. And it's just something I thought we could do Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna let you guys know it is Friday afternoon. It is Memorial Day weekend. I don't think there's gonna be any live feeds. There may be a video, but I don't think there's anything. If you're trying to get in touch with me with sharpening, if you're trying to get in touch with me for anything, just expect that I'm not going to answer because it is Memorial Day weekend, and I need to go and visit some friends' graves and things like that. And If you need anything, you can always email me, but don't expect a response until after the weekend, probably Monday. I may do some stuff tomorrow, but I really have a lot of other stuff planned. So you guys take it easy. I'm gonna put a link in this corner as soon as I can get my friend Ashton to send it, a link to his YouTube channel. If you would be ever so kind as to follow him. If you like the videos, give him a thumbs up. If you don't like him, give him a thumbs down. If you need sharpening, I never have too many knives for me to add one more to the mix for sharpening. There's gonna be a link in this corner to a video YouTube thinks you'd like. There's gonna be a video, actually there's not. There's gonna be a link to Ashton's, no, I got that backwards. There's a link to subscribe. There's a link to my Patreon. There's a link to a video YouTube thinks you like, and there's a link to Ashton's YouTube channel. It's been a weird day. We had friends, my daughter had friends over, so it's been hectic. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.